obumanyirivu bwa muri bwo omuli. So the skills of identifying will partly come from us, and maybe with a bit of consultation.
And then, together with this, maybe seed selection, and then also a bit of preparation of how to get the seeds ready for planting them. So it can take some bit of knowledge and maybe some training. Now for the people, now either, again, depending on what you are trying to achieve, either the people from your community are enough, or maybe some forestry officers somewhere that can give you access to some forest to get seeds from there, seedlings from there. Or maybe, again, someone from National Forestry Authority or someone that is in the field, but depending on the kind of trees you want to grow.
Agamba itwe kurola emiti tukwenda rundi n'okuzoora y'abantu rundi nankakora mu National Forest Authority. By the way, those people are looking for work to do. Sometimes they say they never get contacted, so tujja kuba tulina abantu tubakontaktinga tubagamba mutuhe emiti, mutuhe embibo, tukwenda kubyala mahogany tulagiyanka, like that. So niba National Forest Authority n'abantu abandi.
And again, the responsible person.
Ati bino obujunaanyizibwa nk'okutugambireke tubeho tweheyo tutalinda muno kugamba nanka tukome nanka. It would be preferable to avail yourself and say nyonja kubaho nature nursery and ekyo kuzoora embibo ngakikola.
So you have different people that are involved, but then they are reporting to one person. Maybe these are the seeds that I found.
Embibo zino buli muntu akweteka bujunaanyizibwa, hanyuma tuyina isorolezo limu lyokusorolezaamu embibo ntugamba embibo tugifunire nanka niwo tugikwase kwika ekiro kiriike kyaki ekyo kugenda kuteeka mu mbibo.
And for the risks or the problems?
Haliyo ebitebuko. For instance.
Abantu bakusobola kuleeta embibo ne bandigirandamu kandi etali. Kusoloza embibo etalindamu.
Ibyo tugambire knowledge in identifying.
It is a risk.
It's a risk, okay.
Which one?
That's the
Lack of knowledge?
the lack of knowledge
That's true.
of identification of.
Emiti egindi tusakugenda wetugire mizibuko z'okutunga ensigo.
Okusobola kufuna ensigo yennyini baitu ekalema kumira.
That is not viable.
Viability of
Ate alo omuti gwe ntani ntuuza nakaka nika kutunga. Emiti egindi tusakugenda osamanya omuti guno gwamu gaso guno katube nabo tukutuza kukola ki? Kabula. Omuti omugumu.
And of course, again, a disagreement, or maybe some people are not seriously looking.
Mental models. Mental models, whereby you find like he was telling us that some people used to tell things like planting the other
Cactus.
Yeah,
Cactus.
cactus. That it's satanic. So some people may be against some.
Emiti egindi tuna kyengambeka belief. Twina entekeeza gyetwabitaireho. So tugamba ogwo omuti leka tonsembereze.
Okay.
Okay, now 30th of December, the land is prepared, the seeds are selected. Now the next step.
So tumazire kuzoora neitaka twaliteekaniza ebyo byona twabirabamu. Twagenda nka ebira 3 December bikalika ati kugaruraho ki
kurulira kubyara no kurulira.
That planting, are we looking at time as well?
Yeah, well, first building the nursery and then building the nursery and planting.
Tukuombeka nasare kile ekyo kyonyine tukubyalira rundi tukuwanza.
Now for building the nursery, as I said, I would do this before the 30th, so that you have a deadline for the seats. Say until the 30th, I want everyone to maybe bring 50 seats or 100 seats. And then on 30th, we will build the nursery, and then we start planting.
So ati kokigenzire kitongo utwina kukora nasari kukora emereze eyo nokusoroza embibo bagamba embibo tuzine nankale sirezi hanyuma tukatandika kukora ki kubyala. The time in between, time frame?
I would still say 30th. So saying that on 30th is the date where we will build the nursery.
30th of December.
But now 30th of December, maybe a new year.
People
So,
are
Yeah, it is just a roadmap.
yeah.
It's just a roadmap. It cannot be exactly that.
But you can say maybe 5th of January, then you are in the clear.
Yeah.
Now the materials will be many that you need for the nursery. So like the nets, the poles, the tools,
The watering can.
those things. I think those are the ones. Also,
Ate ebyo bintu obutimba ebyuma byokukozesa obulobo bwokusenseera ebikondo n'emisumaali. Are you sure that?
William, do you remember what the nursery cost us here? For the materials?
Yes, I have. They spent around 850.
850. Okay. So this was ours, was 850.
So that's a model.
But now, because we were buying everything, maybe some of you already have timber that you don't need. Like some have eucalyptus poles that they can give out. Maybe someone has a watering can, so and then we were paying for labor.
Yeah.
If the community is working on it, it will be much cheaper than this.
So gamba eno yahano katwara emitwaro 85 baitu basasuraga ebintu byona nka abakozi baitu bintu kusobora kuba n'obulobo okebera n'akarobo kawe okaba n'ekikondo ky'okusobora kuleeta tukakeeyawo ki
Then the sales, of course, now the construction of the nursery and the planting process. Also be the sales.
Omukubyala aho kubyetaaga abantu bamanyirize kutuboleke n'okubyala.
And the people involved, maybe the community members, maybe someone who is experienced with this one construction or so on, so whoever, but maybe you have someone in the community that is already experienced. So,
Yeah.
maybe.
Abantu kuruka muri itu
the responsible stays the same. Same still. And the risks? Risks?
Ibitego kochi bishobora kulemesa kuombeka nasari.
Kuombeka?
Bishobora kulemesa.
Managing the nursery. Managing.
Managing comes after this. Managing.
Building.
This is just building and.
Right, kuombeka. Chiche kishobora kutazama.
There could be a problem with this incubators. I think the incubator kuombeka vikalizo vitu vikavu. Yes.
This one's best.
Then, if the bed is constructed in an open place, that shade, it can easily be blown off by wind.
Sprayer and moves also.
Maybe also generally just weather conditions.
Yes.
Even some people, some bad-hearted people.
True. But people you can write everywhere. They can always be a risk and a resource both at the same time. And now the last part, after you have established the nursery and planted them, is just management, and then later the transplanting of seedlings to the places. So I don't want to go too far because the paper is almost over, and I think we've grasped the concept, isn't it?
Ahangu tumazile kutekaniza nasari yetu emiti yetu emeze kukigarukira kugihuza mukitwara kugibyara tugiya baitu yakama tagonza kuyongera muti ingura na kubo popular hoyi tugenzere kuwa.
Maybe Madam Agriculture, we talked about this art of potting those trees. If at all we are planting, or we are just getting them when we have not potted too. Because I saw other trees potted down there.
We can enter the nursery later, ours, so you can see yourself what it looks like because you have the small potting bags.
Okay.
But this will be part of the planting then.
Okay.
But like stress, akambirengu akunira concept nikengere. So yagamba ti yalabe mu processes zone.
Okay.
Yagamba
Akangira popular.
So, attendance.
Ati kurorera uko kugarukira.
Now, you can do the same thing whether it's with chickens. You would first identify a piece of land, you would prepare the site, then instead of seed selection you would maybe build the chicken house. Then you would get the chickens and so on, maybe look for medicine or consult a vet or anything like that.
Hati yagamba ngo ateno work plan ebaire yokurooraho kusigikira ketujja kora ntulekeze nkabagya kubyara emiti bati kandi wokuba nojja kulisa wakame nabo ina kutekaniza otogambe project rabbit keeping bumyu nogamba bumyu obwire buti nikyo noteka instead of growing noteka rabbit keeping rundi chicken rearing noteka enkoko kusigikira kintu kyokwenda sinoko nogenda nororoti ene baire ndo ruaho yokuroraho habwe emiti baitu ntusobora copy and paste ntuya kono emiti mukutekaho kiri nekukora bino okubitayizire byona.
Maybe where it's different now is, for example, in soap making, you will not need any of these things. You will just need getting the materials, making the soap.
Ati ombintu ebimu work plan esobora kuhindukamu kataito. Ati nkokora sabuni choija kwetaga kule itaka. Tuliya kwetaga ebindi. So ebintu bija kuhindukamu kusigikira hakiki okora.
Now, for this specific one, because this is on our agenda as SLEC, is tree growing. So, since we have agreed that we also want the communities to take part in this specific tree growing program. Now, William and we were discussing where SLEC comes in to assist and to train, and which parts you are doing by yourselves with your leaders. So this one here, I think William will take part in this. So after you have identified a piece of land, William will also come and check on it, whether it's close to a water body and so on, whether it's suitable.
Ati yagamba mugo ebintu byona bino bitukora omulingo bikwetololera hakubyala emiti ebindi byona bikubanka hali tubyaire emiti tubyaire bitoke tubyaire ebindi twalisana ne wakami tuyina bayina kuba muwe na William bayina kuba mu kuzora hariho gukora ibimerezo amaizi garoho biki so bajya kubamo specifically for that abakuba byona bikwetololera hakubyala
nitusoma buli kimu byona ngeri twakantu bibaza ututi sero tujagamba twawomuramu tumazire kubyala tinyine mukora management but rumu na rumu tujya tukora ki nanyi ni mutueleza feedback and that for progressing atugire hana kino kirikiti hali sazi kirikitano nipo tu.
Then preparing the site, we don't need to be there.
Yeah obundi nibayijamu nibayija no bamutekanize ngesa mwebale.
But now for seed selection, William, how do you see it? Maybe here and there.
So it will be a holistic training.
Yeah.
They learn everything. Then they can know which types.
Yeah. So I think when you go to identify now if the piece of land is suitable, maybe this can be on the same day.
All of them actually.
So this one again will be another training, but on the same day as this one.
Yeah.
So maybe by end of November, you can have the same training for these two. To see like now if this land is suitable and how to collect the right seeds and how it can work, and then end of November you can already start the progress of selecting seeds until end of December.
Ningira yagamba haija kotaka ubundi kubayo kuturabiramo umulingo tukijya kusoroza nambe bokezi tukijya kusoroza nabo bube bwire bundi kiro kinyi cyo kusoma imiti tujya kubyarena
ate cyo tukuserekitinga tukwenda muno kubanza kusigikira akisani cyawo kitubalize yoga inyenga group ikisani cyanyukira tukwenda umuntu ine kipande kimu tumufosinge aina kubyala imiti by force, okay? Kandi twagamba atabyala imiti twagamba asa kutabika mu kipande kisajja imiti jawe nka 10 ejawo imiti jawo kai fakedo fene.
Then of course when it's time to build the nursery, William will also be there for planting and so on. So 5th of January, either 5th or beginning of January, which date exactly we shall see. And then in between here and here, you can just stay in touch maybe via phone call, so on, to see how the process is going, like how many seeds you have been collecting, if any of those risks. Maybe there have been disagreements, maybe something has not been going as it should, so you can stay in touch.
Yagamba hagati y'ebiro bitano hagati tia kiroki
Between end of November and
hampero yokwa 11 na bile biro bitano byo kubyara musobora kuba nitubaza bonze hakasino burundi nitwetekanizaga ku soroze nokumbeka baitu koko ulibaye biro bitano rundi bibebyo akayiya niko kubyara imiti bajya kubaho.
Then management, again there will be a training for once, and then after 3 weeks we said that William comes and checks physically how everything is doing.
Hanyuma haija kubayo no kusomeserwa ha ndorera yaki yeimerezo ly'emiti egyo nuko hanyuma ya wiki 3 William aragirayo arajaga narora wewe emiti eno yaika hanu ya beti nuko tulwasire tuti.
So this is also these meetings after every 3 weeks, either with William or with a trainer, or but with someone from Slack, can be for the tree growing, but then also for all the other, to check on the progress of all the other projects.
Mungu hajaga kubayo buli hanyuma ya wiki 3 kuitirana William kuitirana groups kurora ebintu bikurubata bita kakube kulisa wakame kakube kulisa nkoko burundi kubyara biti byona bikurubata bita buli wiki 3.
Okay, that is a work plan.
Ati niyengenderwa he kigenderwa kiri cyokorekya ebintu bikurubata bita twetekanize tukusobora kwitirana buzibuki tukusobora konyerwaho tukusobora kwetaga kinaki niyo wakana.
So maybe now as the last step we can write down now the specific steps that we will or that we are expecting from you for the for which dates when the trainings will be and so on.
Mwache kikusembayo sobora kwikiraniza handu bataitu kujya kurubatamu ngo tukujya kugenda nakino ikatujya gukora.
Now, depending on whether I have the skills or I have the knowledge or not, now I have to think about which people are involved.
Ati bibyo natwabimara kikwetagisa abantu kukora ekintu eki.
So maybe for this one it's just me. Who else is part of the project? Who else wants to grow trees? Maybe I take them with me, and maybe someone who has this knowledge if I don't have it personally. So you just say maybe person A, person B, person C, and so on. You plan for who is coming with you.
Ati yagamba ngo kikuba kyo kubyala emiti ogwayezo orangu niwo kwenda kubyala emiti okujja kukolagana n'abantu ki omuntu nanka abakwehayo rundi abakumanya balina obumanyirivu bwaki bwokuzoole ekikalo n'obumanyirizi bwokubyala emiti.
Then the important one is who is the responsible person.
Ate ekikukirayo nikyo kyogamba nooha akujunaanizibwa muno habwokuba tujja kutandika kwesigikaniza. So it is who is the responsible person. Nooha omuntu ogwo anyakwebemberamu kintu ekyo.
So either it is yourself, or if you're part of the group, it's your representative, whoever.
Kikwetagisa kugamba ngu rundi gwokuba oli we group egi nogamba nanka niwe akutukiikirira niwe nakoraki nayebemberamu.
Now the last one is, what are the risks?
Ekikusembayo nikyongu bite bukoki ebikusobola kulemesa ekintu kino kuba.
Why might it go wrong?
Habwaki nikisobola kulema rundi kusumba mu buzima.
The problems. So maybe I don't have the money, maybe I don't have the knowledge, maybe I don't find people that can help me, and so on.
Ate ebintu nk'ebyo byogamba ngurundi sente tinyina rundi tinyina abantu bokoragana nabo rundi n'okumanya konka tikwina.
Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. Then this is step number 1.
Ati yabwo niko mutendera kukubanza.
Now we know if we have done this planning, then we go to the next step. Now after I identify a piece of land, what would be the next step to take?
Kakuba amara kutunge eitaka akuja kuongeza hoji itaka kukore imerezo ulifunire batu okuja kuongeza hoji.
Preparing the site where you are going to make the bed from.
Preparing the site.
Kurola ngwate itaka ulimazire kulitunga abo kutekaniza imerezo nko wewe wetekaniza kulia.
Then how long would it take to prepare that site?
Kutekaniza itaka elyo kikuja kutwala bwingi kiyo obwire.
Realistically.
Kutali kweriha kugerora ngo bedi eratwara bwire ki.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. So maybe if this one is end of November, we say 15th December.
Pare omuntu omwagambire wiiki ibiri pale twagamba katuongere tugabe generously tugambe ebiro 15 kwa December kuli kwezi kumwe.
The materials for preparing the land?
Yeah,
because this-
Ozi, Kanga, red.
Enfuka rundi nebipanga bija kwetatu.
What about money?
Esente zikwetagisa tobalizaho gani kukurubata zikwetagisa zingaha.
Sasa tukusema shituki zenu.
Zikwendwa.
Watu kambira ati miti kugeze twarora tukusimba just miti fwa. Tukusimba miti ne kigendero. Twakwenda kusimba miti je bijuma. Twabaliza amapapali, twabaza miyembe, tusako twine miti tutakozire ki? Tutaina mu community yaitu twine kote kama kasende kalito korati kutunga ensigo yake. So tusakugula ensigo. So sasa tukuzere.
Zinga.
Ikirezi kiyemitie kwando otoye kirezi kubyalo kyokubona kusinzunga
Kandi
Okatuja kwa ntugula ensigo. Nge tujja kola bed, tujja kwa ntugula ensigo. Katole mbalo ngitano. Tugeta kule maybe packet yitu emu yaki ya mapapa. Yes kurolera okulera. Kati ndeze tuwa mtu angira musende zina zikola ki? Nze yongera. antu just kola umuhanda ageri tulina kukola ekikulubatamu.
That we can estimate that we probably need to start with 50,000, but it could change.
Yeah. Maybe also just for welfare, for food, drinks while you're there. And maybe if you need tools.
Yagamba hariho obundi ekisawo kitali mu kantu kitasobola kwemera amaizi akasodo.
That's transport for that.
That's transport. Maybe 10,000. The skills?
Obumanyirivu bw'okuteekaniza nursery.
Now this is not yet to build a nursery, right? This is just for preparing the site.
Yes, kuteekaniza ng'eitaka lino niryo lisemereire okukola kubyalwa. Obumanyirivu obwo obw'okugamba kyanu noho bwakugamba ati kandi ohamanyire ng'eitaka liti niryo lisemereire twamuzoora tuta.
Maybe we can be helped by somebody who is skilled, maybe Banavasumira agriculture, so to help us.
But now preparing the site, maybe it's just weeding, digging a bit, making everything. So like those. So this one is not yet very technical because we're not yet building the nursery. So
But I thought, what about identifying the actual place that this is a suitable place?
But I think this is a piece of land, but then I would include and identifying this where we want to build the nursery. Now we are set. Then you start preparing the land, you clear everything.
Kulima, kusaha, nokuteekaniza obulime.
So those skills probably every farmer has, so you don't need extra training or advice. There are people, maybe just other workers that are helping you.
Abantu abandundi kwetagisa abantu abandi abakora ki abakonyera, but I think it's the community can do that.
Workers, community, family members, whatever.
Abantu kintu kyaitu kyekore tugambe tuteekanizana niyo mutekereza we don't even need kugamba that let's buy new tools. People have tools at home. Let's be realistic.
But
Let's not make it
for the sake of knowing how to do things, we can do it like that. Knowing we have holes and bangers, but for the sake of knowing how to make a work plan, we can go by that.
Yeah. Then again, who is responsible? So if I think I'm the this nursery is for me, then I know that I'm the responsible person. If I know that we are doing it as a community, then maybe the group representative is the responsible person.
Kikusigikira gamba ngu enu nasale nkora yange rundi nkora ya group yo. Hati omuntu anyakutwala anyakwetweka obujunanizibu obwo group muntu rundi group ntukoma mu muntu gamba
kandi nakusabire kubeno nkurakurana kandi tugambe buli umwe nakuba atairo omukono buli muntu abe mukulembeze kapulira kuyija nti anonyino obusobozi kakulembere niko sole konyera ki abantu takoma mugamba mukyala nanko ogwo na Mr. Nanka bakwate mwejo kinangeri kirito bugayavu okusangola ina obusobozi wetu atakozere ki atabigiremu so ano bukulembeze kiri kwehayo ko muntu nti engozi zawo zoine kino kitukola nti buli omwanya kufunamu so rafuna mota niko lolito obumanyirivu bwanka akintu oli amanyire kusibika akikulembere ekyokola ki ekyokusibika iyo gamba nyema ebya greens bino ndi class kola ki kikwate mwawo ye kyange kiri hano kikwate mwawo sirukuna buli omu abe aina role ja kuzana nka omukintu kino kitabaga ati ataba kulembeze ni bali responsible ali ekyo buli muntu ali responsible.
Maybe for your consumption. She was trying to explain that members should feel involved. They avail themselves and volunteer whenever there is need. Yeah, so that's what it is.
And everyone has their own clearly defined space in the project.
Niko kugamba ngu buli muntu nomanya ekintu kikolera nyonkozere nti kirayetaga kusensera meeting ya kusensera kirayetaga
kuba bedesa kuberi hano abantu kamagana twikaranka hano batunya abantu mu ruganga akasaraba atoja sanga abakulembeza bakulembera group bakakaranka akasaraba ntugamba group ni nyoni bali responsible baliki bedzen so barajaga basesere bedezo nugambira ati nyengere ndi hayi tikatuke obwire nkwate mu nsesere mfuna barasesera nyinja kwa ndolera nka bedzen deni bali wakoraki ebindi so tuka buli muntu ina kuba mukulembeze no kuno kujanizo wanka mu project zenu kirafata.
He was just emphasizing that avail yourself and you know, for the success of it.
Okay, what are the problems that could come?
Mutu kurora bintu ki ebitebuko ki ebikusobola kulemesa bino byona tulibalizeho biki
site tujikomere kimacha desire jina miti jirungi tuna kubyale miti twanyumiro ikitu ekikalo ntukira tukomera ha olokole ki twatandika kusaa sente tugambe twese tusoze sente biki baitu mumaiso kulija sanga myezi 2-3 atenda kuongera kumaza aliye so bizibu chebe atusola kutusa kuitirana nti mukutekaniza site yenge kikalo kino tukomere tusobole kukisaha wotu sobe kukitekaniza kwa byala miti ba mama bizibu nkabira tegereze utaikiraniza
like disagreement.
Ati kitune kurura twafawo muno titwinde kuba vunanizibwa muntu ile tusomese kwenda kukiranura niko muntu yetekerereza gambe gali manano leka kanu nkoleki katwale utari okukomera muntu nti akusikira mama na niwe ujja kukola ekyo bora mukomera takikole swali tujja ni tugwa
people be ready to volunteer and
Mindset.
yeah Kema yali yakora omusomaho leadership yakora omusomaho leadership
Mismanagement. Yeah. But also something small like that. If it becomes if the soil is too hard or something, there are other risks that are not.
yeah, uitaka sana kwa jono akasaru kayo mahali tunaenda kutana.
Okay. Then after we have prepared the site, what would be the next step?
Tumazile byona yokutekaniza twakora kiki garukiye